If we ever stop to think about arthritis, most of us would consider it to be a disease that affects the older population. But the reality is that arthritis is the biggest cause of pain and disability in the UK, affecting over 10 million people of all ages.
23-year-old medical student Kat Bull has rheumatoid arthritis
And is this year running the Virgin London Marathon.
I was diagnosed with rheumatoid arthritis when I was 14. I'd had symptoms for about a year. My mum had to do everything for me, so wash me, feed me, dress me and help me go to the toilet. My dad would have to carry me up the stairs, and I completely lost my independence. I'm running the London Marathon for several reasons. Firstly, to raise money for Arthritis Research UK, which is a cause very close to my heart. They pioneered the research into the medication that's essentially stopped me being wheelchair bound. Also to raise awareness of rheumatoid arthritis, particularly in young people, because it's a disease that most people generally associate with the elderly.
Rheumatoid arthritis is the most common inflammatory arthritis. It affects maybe 1% of the population. We think there's about 350,000 people in the UK with rheumatoid arthritis. And it's an immune disease that starts in the joint lining tissue and over time slowly eats away and rots away the cartilage and bone in the joint.
As a medical student, I'm on placement sort of 9 to 5 every day. And by the end of that day, I'm absolutely exhausted. I try not to let the disease affect my activities, but inevitably it does have some impact. It takes me a lot longer than I would like to get going in the morning. My body's very, very stiff. I also have a lot less energy than most people my age. Generally, I can train just like any other person that's training for the marathon, but obviously because the unpredictable nature of rheumatoid arthritis, it is difficult to plan because I never really know what my body's going to be doing. So one day I could be fine and the next day I could be really ill. It just means that I have to listen to my body a bit more, and if I'm not well enough then I just either do less training or plan on doing it a different day.
I think for a rheumatoid arthritis patient, if your disease is well controlled, that is, if your inflammation levels are low, then you need to be as fit as anybody else. And you probably need to pay more attention to your workup to the run. That is, you need to do a lot more muscle strengthening before you get into your heavy aerobic exercise, because it's very likely you'll be quite weak.
The London Marathon is just the most incredible, exciting event. When you've run those 26 miles and you get to the finish line, there's a massive sense of achievement. If I can do it and I can get to the end, and genuinely believe that anyone can.